At each level, there is a God who controls it, not controls, but who rules and helps beings in their domain. After astral, we have this causal level, meaning cause and effect. And there are the Akashic records in there, so you can check out everybody's lives from birth to death. And even the future. Whenever it happens, they record it there. Now, we have another one above that causal level. That's called Brahma. So he is the Lord of his third level realm, but he's also the higher Lord of the whole three levels, the astral, the causal, and the Brahma level. And he is very powerful, of course. Within these three levels, people are happier, more powerful than the level that we are in right now, meaning the earth level. And above, whenever you reach one of these levels, you will believe this is all there is. There's nothing more that can be better. In fact, even people who live in this world believe that there's nothing's better than the earth, so they fight with each other to get more position, more richness, a more comfortable life, more fame, because they do not know there are other levels that are much better than this world's level. But from this earth to the third level, not many people could even reach the third level, but if they reach there, they say, oh, this is God. This is the highest heaven, it's God Almighty. And above, they didn't know there were higher levels than even this Brahma level. That's why many Hindu people worship Brahma and became Brahmins, meaning the believers of Brahma, and they worship Brahma. Because at that time, maybe the teacher, the guru who has taught people in the beginning, because in old times, you don't always meet a lot of masters or any master at all. So whoever has it, and because of PR, public relations, they changed. They all followed this master who reached Brahma level and become Brahmins. Thus, it became very popular at that time and then continue on until now. When you reach Brahma level, you got a lot of power, And then there is even also magical power, a vast knowledge of everything, even medicine, and light travel, traveling to different worlds with such a light body. So now, because of all that power, people believe in Brahma so much, believe in that master so much. First, we have Brahma. Altogether, in general, later they call it Hinduism, and they call God Brahma. But they don't know from this world to the Brahma level, however great it is a destructible region. So that means any region in between all the way up to Brahma is not forever. It's made from the material for a temporary period. But temporary means forever also. Long, aeons and aeons of time. That's why we are still here, fighting with each other for fame and profit. But lucky already for some people who even know about Brahma or even the causal world, because in each of these regions there is a God to take care. So when they know there's that God who blesses them, helps them, they worship that God. The astral level, you can't stay long, but there is a world above the astral, between the astral and the causal. And also between the causal world and the Brahma world, there is also a between world, between level, okay? And some masters cannot take disciples all the way up to their own, whatever the highest realization they got. So they create some kind of heaven in between, like above the astral, above the causal, and above the Brahma level. Just like I have created some domain for different people, even for the demons who turn gentle and good and want to practice and know God, to exchange, Instead of being demons and harming people on earth, they exchange and go into such a domain, where they're safe, they have everything they need. And if they wish, they can continue to practice. But some cannot go higher because of their status, like they don't have a human soul. Then the master also cannot take them higher up, but builds a place for them to stay peacefully, happily. These specially built by enlightened masters between the worlds, between the levels. They are permanent. They are not physical anyway, and they are permanent. The permanent within impermanence is kind of abstract and maybe not easy to understand, but I'm just explaining to you so that you know why some God titles are different, apart from having different terminology because of different languages. There are some masters who reach only certain levels, and so the gods there, we give them their names, their titles like that. But that doesn't mean that it's God Almighty. Nevertheless, if they're good and kind and fine and virtuous and obey the universal law, worship God, then they will be okay also. And maybe one day they will meet a truly great enlightened master, then they will also be taking them up further and further. Yeah? Because the real great master teaches everywhere, wherever requested. He or she will come and teach them. So I don't think that the master, after enlightenment, goes back to the father's home and does nothing. It's not like that. But it doesn't matter. The master is not all that busy because he or she can make an extra body to do different jobs, even extra physical bodies to do a lot of jobs. And that extra body could be anything, could be a president, could be a prime minister, could be a minister, could be a king or queen even, yes? Because the master cannot do so many things physically. Or in the astral body, the real master can also have a body there. But the enlightened great self, after nirvana, after returning, doesn't have to be just one body, okay? It can manifest in different bodies to teach people on different levels. That is the privilege only for the greatest enlightened master, completely enlightened master, or the Son of God. Not every master has this ability, but many masters return to their home, like the fifth level. Above the third level, there is another level. And between the third and the fourth level, some masters also created some worlds there for the special, the faithful, or to help someone who believes in them and needs them to liberate them, but didn't see them, couldn't learn with them personally, but if they believe in them, they will also take them there. Yeah. These levels are real, permanent, not like the levels that already exist, or the physical like this one. Some religions, like Jainism, they don't mention God, or maybe they don't mention God a lot, because they're already one with God. As Jesus said, I and my Father are one. No one comes to the Father except through me. So if you worship that master, for example, Lord Mahavira, then you worship God. So just like Buddha, he's already one with God Almighty. He already realized his own Buddha nature, which is God nature inside. Then even if you worship the Buddha, you worship God, because that is God's manifestation. Even if he was in a human form, he already realized the absolute. Oh, we can talk forever, but I hope this is basic enough to satisfy you about there's God or no God. Now, most people, when they have a great enlightened master, they worship them as God also. They call them God. Mostly, they call him master also, but they also call him my God, because they liken master to God, because the master has all the merciful quality of God. According to their belief of what God is, some really are also God manifested, or some really are one with God already. So if you have a living master, and that master is already one with God, then you can worship that master, or worship God through the master. It's not much difference. Now, for you, all of you in Christianity, please don't differentiate between your religion and Buddhism or other great religions. It's just the Buddha has been a peace preacher. He has never advocated violence, and that's what I like. The same with Christianity. But the later followers of Christianity or Islam or other several religions misuse the teachings of Christ and create so much chaos or bloodshed in this world. That must not be. That should never be allowed by any master.